What's going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again. Another review. Arsenal have lost at home to Bournemouth 2-1. Um, yeah, gutted, man. I can't believe we've lost that game. It's crazy, man. Poor. Before I get into it, you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, it's in the chat in the description as well. But yeah, man, poor. And yeah, we need to have a serious talk about the team and where we're going forward, man. Because again, the team started okay. I thought like Bournemouth had a lot of possession, similar to PSG in the first couple of minutes, and then also tried to grow into the game. Nice few runs from Declan Rice trying to open up the defense, but bro, we just didn't capitalize on the performance. We just didn't capitalize on it, man. It was poor overall, and yeah, for me, um, yeah, shocking, really. Shocking. But yeah, like I was saying, man, Declan Rice trying to obviously intervene, scoring a great goal in the first half. Good little play by Odegaard with the assist. Declan Rice going around Kepa, putting it into the back of the net, making it 1-0, and also had a few chances. To be fair, they were warned. Evan Nilsson had a free header, which he put over the bar, which he should have scored, to be honest with you. But bar that also had a few chances. Trossard probably should have scored with the header. Martinelli had a few chances, and he was skilling his fullback in the first half. And the first half, I thought like Arsenal going forward, it was a bit more positive than normal because normally it's very, very stalemate, but we had a few chances. But to be fair, defensively and in the midfield, we were very sloppy in midfield. Partey giving the ball away. I thought Odegaard was poor again. He got the assist, but bro, his overall ball about 4 times. He got a goal kick from Raya and he just miscontrolled it and it went out of play or it went back to the opposition. Poor, man. But yeah, that was not good enough. And then we go into the second half, guys, and bro, Saka had a chance cutting onto his right foot, but bar that, it was absolutely atrocious, man. Absolutely atrocious. And for me, the manager has to be held accountable for this result as well, because again, no substitutions until the 80+ minute. It's crazy. And it's only when Areola brought on Semenyo and brought on the other players, David Brooks and people like that, is where they took a stronghold into the game and they ended up winning the game. And bro, Arsenal were just so poor defensively, man. A long throw by I can't remember who was even by the way. Long throw into the box, and Howson scored a header. Poor defending by obviously Arsenal's back line. No one even jumped with him to make it 1-1. And then, bro, we conceded from a corner, man. Ball comes in, poorly defended, and then Evan Nelson gets a flick on the back stick on the back post, and David Raya with an absolute stinker howler. He had an awful game, by the way, giving the ball away in the first half, out of his goal all the time, sloppy in possession, looking nervous, bro. Like that's bro. You've got to have a look at Raya, man, in terms of how he's been performing the last probably month or so. Been very, very shaky, making mistakes, being lobbed by Crystal Palace players, being poor in this game, conceded an absolute howler, bozo moment. Absolute howler with the corner, should have saved it, and ultimately it's cost us the game. But yeah, Arteta, bro, no substitutions from in the second half until late on, and that's what's cost us the game as well, man. Because we looked stale, we looked tired, we had no real kind of rhythm and reason. And again, managing game states is a part of being a manager, and this is why I questioned him so much, because there's so much parts of his game where he just lacks. He can't change games through substitutions. He can't change it through tactics. He has to have the same players and hope they do the business for him. Otherwise, he's in trouble. And I've always said that from the off, man. I've always said that from the off. It's not good enough. It's not good enough, man. Big up the comments and big up the chat. I'll get to this now. Big up everyone tuning in. Big up Chris. No result. Not the result you wanted going into the second leg. Nah, for sure, man. It really puts our in terms of positivity, it's on our all-time low. We've now lost 2 home games in a row. Against Bournemouth and played our best team in both, really, that was available, man, against Bournemouth and against PSG. So a lot to do in the second leg, man. But yeah, very, very poor. Very, very poor. Big up Collins says, have we gone stale on the Arteta? I think we have, man. I think we have. I think even before these results that we've had in the last couple of games, all season, bro, you know me, I've not enjoyed watching Arsenal. I've done a plethora of watch-alongs, and I've not enjoyed the football, bro. Whether we win, lose, or draw, the football has been very stagnated, very, very bland. Even when we had Saka, even when we had Havertz, even when we had Jesus, I was still saying the same thing. The football's too slow, it's too pedestrian, it's too controlled, too robotic. And this is what you're seeing now, bro. This is what you're seeing now. The evolution of obviously Arsenal and Arteta and them not evolving enough to compete with other teams. It's crazy. We're going to finish 20 plus points behind Liverpool now. It's absolutely madness. Absolutely madness, man. But yeah, unbelievable, shocking, man. And yeah, we've had injuries, but bro, every team has injuries, and we've not had as much injuries as people make out, bro. Like, we've still got our first choice left back in Skelly. He's our first choice. He's been our best performing left back this season. We've still got our first choice keeper. We've still got our first choice centre back in Saliba. You know, we've had Timber for the majority of the season, who's our first choice right back now. We've had Partey and Rice and Odegaard for the majority of the season, who are our first choice midfielder, but Odegaard missing 4 months. But that was, bro, he came back in November. It's May now. Like, he's been back for a long time. And then Saka obviously has been out for 4 months, granted, cool. But Martinelli's been fit for the majority. He missed a couple of weeks out with injury. And then Havertz got injured in February. We had to play a backup striker. But, bro, a lot of these deficiencies are for areas that we've not decided to strengthen for years. We've been linked with a right winger for years, and we've got Sterling, who's obviously not fit to obviously be starting a Premier League game. You know, we needed a striker since Aubameyang left in 2021, 2022, and we've still not got one. So, again, you can't now be surprised when we have injuries in these areas where we're lacking anyway with the players that we've already got. Now we're extremely lacking with those positions, that we come up with trumps in this kind of environment, man. It's poor. It's poor all around. And yeah, I'm not really happy with obviously the season, how it's gone for sure. I can't lie, getting knocked out of the Champions League and finishing below second. Arteta got to go. Why were Sterling and Zinchenko playing at the end? And why not Yuri coming on earlier? Bro, listen, big up ST, man. All three of them, man. Why didn't all three of them come on earlier? It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, it's like he's allergic to substitutions. Why does he want to make subs? I don't get it. Like, I don't get it at all. Like, it's just bizarre. Like, again, for me, the fact that he doesn't want to influence the game, the fact he doesn't trust players, you can't be having that excuse in 5 years in. You're 5 years in, bro. Like, this is all your team, all the players that you wanted, we've got. Whether you think they're good enough or not now is irrelevant. You've made the club buy these players. You've had so much control in terms of which players you've bought. Trust them, bro. Zinchenko, where is he? That's his signing. What's going on, man? It's crazy, man. Crazy. 20 points dropped from winning positions this season when we've got no plan B and the manager is not proactive. Facts. Big up ST, man. 100%, man. 100%, man. It's crazy, man. Think of the club. Think of the club and where we want to get to, man. We want to win titles, bro. This guy is just not gonna do it. I'm sorry to drop it to you, man. You're gonna be waiting a long time. Do you know what I mean? And I'll eat humble pie if he manages to win the Champions League, but he's just not capable. He's a nearly man. He just nearly does it. He nearly gets you the league. He nearly wins you the Champions League. He nearly wins you the League Cup. Obviously, he's won the FA Cup without his team, with another person's team, but he won it, fair enough. But it's been 5 years now. He needs to win something else. He nearly does things, bro. He doesn't. He's not the guy. He's not. Do you know what I mean? When the pressure's on, he can't fulfill his requirements of getting it over the line. Do you know what I'm saying? It's true. Arteta is our Brendan Rodgers, in my opinion. This is what I've been saying this, man. I've been saying this for a couple of years now. He's the Rodgers, man, before the Klopp. Do you know what I mean? He's the guy that, fair enough, he's brought you into a certain position. Or maybe even the Poch. Maybe Poch is probably a better analogy or example, because again, Brendan Rodgers only really had that one season where he should have won the league and didn't. The next season, I think they finished outside the top 4, I think, and didn't do anything in the Champions League. So you're probably looking at a Pochettino who consistently finished in the Champions League, obviously got to the Champions League final, the kind of challenge for they didn't really challenge for the league, but they did finish second on one occasion. They actually, to be fair, they did challenge for it when Leicester, bro, thinking about back at it now, I'm so glad Leicester won that league, man, because it was literally Arsenal dropped off and it was Leicester and Tottenham going bar for bar, bam for bam for the Premier League title, which is crazy thinking about it now, man. But yeah, it's more like that, I think. Do you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, Pochettino didn't win anything, and Arteta's not won anything since the FA Cup, since he's built his own team. So, yeah, man, another defeat, another loss. Nothing really much I can say, really. We've lost the game. It's crazy, man. What were your thoughts on his comments on the red cards this season and injuries? He said that what we had. I feel like he's right, but the impacts aren't as big as he's making out them to be. Facts. This is big old ST, man. That is literally my thought process on the whole situation. I think two things can be right at the same time. I feel like we have been hard done by with a few decisions for sure. A few, especially the red cards that are not being given now. I feel like you can't do that, man. You can't implement a rule and then change the rule halfway through the season, but now people have already been impacted by the rule. But now other teams are not being implemented by it. That's crazy, man. You can't do that. Like for me, even if you think, oh, okay, this is getting a bit silly, you have to, bro. You've already punished other teams for kicking the ball away. You've got to just carry on for the rest of the season, and the next season you stop it. You can't just midway through the season say, yeah, we're going to stop doing that now. That's a farce. And we've seen that before where they were doing the time wasting rules for the through the throw-ins. And then Tom Essie got sent off, and then they stopped doing it, and they don't even do it now. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, I completely agree. We have had injuries, but for me, again, we weren't playing very well when we had our players fit. And the thing is as well, bro, we only had Odegaard injured. That was the only real injury we had, and up until Saka got injured, really. Jesus was still there, Havertz was still there, Partey was still there, Rice was playing. All of our back four, maybe Calafiori was in and out, but again, we had Skelly, we had Zinchenko, we were playing other players there anyway. So we had a lot of players fit and available. It was only Odegaard missing, and the football we were playing was so drastically worse. It was unbelievable. And it's like, bro, one player can't be that pivotal to how you play. And this is where it comes all down to, bro, for me. And we've seen it today. Mikel Arteta has to have his best first team out every single game for the players to play how he wants to play. As soon as one gets taken out, he can't adjust. He's not adaptable, and we just play so far from what we are capable of playing with that one person in. But bro, you can't have a team like that, man, because you're not going to have your whole team fit for the majority of the season. Football don't work like that. We've been very fortunate to say we've had a pretty much full fit squad, bar Timber and Partey the season before. And last season, sorry, where we've had pretty much everyone fit, really. You know, we had Rice fit, we had Havertz fit, Saka was fit for the majority of the season, Martinelli was fit for the majority of the season, so was Trossard. We had everyone pretty much fit. Do you know what I'm saying? But now, that's a rarity. You're not going to get that every season. You're rarely going to get that if we're being honest. And yeah, he's got to do much more in terms of being able to adjust, and seeing players perform better, man. Because at the minute, it's just not enough. It's not enough, man. One person comes out. We see it obviously midweek with Partey. He comes out the picture, and we don't play anywhere near like we used to or like we do. Like there's got to be an alternative plan B's, like you said, ST. It's true, man. But yeah, I agree, man. I think the injuries are being blown out of proportion. We still shouldn't have been playing as bad as we are. We shouldn't be as far behind as we are, especially when you've had 5 years to build up the squad. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not saying we still should have won the title, but again, we should not be nearly 20 points behind Liverpool. It's crazy. Do you trust him this summer? Not particularly. Well, the only thing that's different with this summer, bro, is that we've got Berta in. Andrea Berta is in, taking charge of the transfers. So players that he wants, I'm willing to obviously give, obviously definitely him the benefit of the doubt to see what he can do. Obviously, just got here, and that's where it might differ and change. Do you know what I'm saying? But the players that he would want to play. And this is what I've seen as well already, that there's a bit of friction in terms of Burton not wanting to spend some of the budget on a backup keeper, bro. Even though we do probably need a new keeper. But again, that can wait. That can wait, man. We need all the areas first. Midfield, striker, winger. We need all that we need all that first before we even think about the goalkeeper. Spending 25, 30 mil of our budget on a keeper, another keeper again, after we've just bought Raya this season and then bought Ramsdale 2 seasons before that, man. Just wasting money on, bro, we're just replacing the same players, same positions, but then neglecting other positions we're not even bought for. It's crazy. But yeah, man, not good enough, man. Not good enough for sure. Not good enough for sure, man. Man said pray for PSG with a laughing emoji. Yeah, man, it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. I can't lie. I can't sit here and lie, man. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Awful season, man. From start, awful season. Awful season. Awful season, man. Big up Bulgarian. Even in Tots, what a pathetic second half performance that was. Awful, bro. And the players have to take some responsibility, as well as the manager, but the players as well, man. What was that from Raya? Raya had an absolute stinker in the second half. He was so nervous. I feel like he was bringing out the nerves in like Saliba and Kivior, because he was just bouncing around everywhere. He was giving the ball away unnecessarily. He was taking extra touches. He made a mistake for obviously the second goal. And yeah. And the funny thing is, I don't know what it is about Bournemouth. He was like that in the first game against Bournemouth, where he conceded the penalty and his kicking was all over the shop. So I don't know what it is. Maybe he doesn't like the pressing that Bournemouth do. He gets very panicky. Maybe it's that, because Bournemouth are a very good pressing team. PSG are a very good pressing team. I don't think he likes pressing teams that press aggressively like Bournemouth do, because he just gets very agitated, panicky, run out of his box. He should have got lobbed in this game as well, giving the ball away. He got lobbed in the Crystal Palace game off his line. It's like, bro, this is not a good enough performance for a team that's trying to win the Premier League or Champions League, man. And to be fair, Ray has been good for the majority of the season, but this last 4 or 5 games, ever since, he made that mistake that he luckily we didn't obviously lose or concede from against Chelsea in March, where it was, I think it's Cucurella's shot, and he went through his legs and he nearly went in. I was like, bro, ever since then, and that period since then, he's been, do you know what I'm saying, not at his best at all, if I'm being honest, man. So yeah, obviously players go through good and bad run of forms, but ultimately, man, you need your keeper to be top for the majority of the season, or you're not going to win anything big, none of the big majors for sure, man. But yeah, going on to the players, man. I thought Lewis Skelly played okay. I thought he was all right again. Again, he's normally consistent, to be honest with you. He didn't really get skinned or anything. I thought Ben White had a horrible game, if I'm being honest, man. He was getting ripped apart left, right, and center, especially down. I mean, he does struggle with pace anyway, but I thought Tara was getting him behind a few times, man. And again, he's been injured. He doesn't really play regularly. That's his first start in how long? And he doesn't like pacey players anyway. And again, I feel like, listen, Arsenal fans aren't going to like it, but bro, certain players that we've grown to like, bro, things change, teams evolve. Sometimes you've got to strengthen in certain areas, but the problem with that we do is that we just strengthen in the areas that we're already capable at already. Do you know what I'm saying? Rather than getting into areas where we're very, very like pouring. But Ben White had a poor game in my opinion. I thought Saliba actually played well. A couple of good clearances, even though we still lost the game. Kivior similar as well. Thought he was okay. Into the midfield, I thought Thomas Partey was sloppy, man. Sloppy. And I think he does get like this. When he doesn't play consistently, obviously he's not played since the last game against Crystal Palace in the league. I thought he was sloppy on the ball. There's a couple of nice passes he played in the first half, breaking the lines of defense, but I thought he was giving the ball away quite a lot, not really tracking back or running into certain positions. And in transition, there was a lot of space. I thought that was poor from him. Declan Rice, I think, was probably our best player. Him or Martinelli, I'd say. Making a lot of good runs, trying to score goals, getting back and defending, winning the ball back high up the pitch. I thought he was probably our best player with Martinelli, if I'm being honest. Then our Odegaard, poor. I know he had that shot or that pass, which was a very good pass into the path of Rice for the goal. But bro, the amount of times, like I said, the ball was bouncing off him, and when he was trying to get the ball from Raya, he was going out of play. He was miscontrolling it, very hesitant. That time he had a chance to shoot, and he's taking 5,000 touches and then loses the ball. Bro, he had a free kick that hit the wall. It's just like, bro, again, like I said before, it just feels like with certain players and then when Zinchenko came on, instantly, even though he was only on for 5 minutes, there was one motion. I was like, bro, that's what we need in midfield. He got the ball and he just fizzed it into Odegaard, and he just took out 2 players. I'm like, bro, this is what we need from the start of the match. We need someone that can do that. And he's the only one that's willing to take the risk. Obviously, it doesn't always come off. Him and Skelly are the only ones that are willing to do the risk. Partey not as much now. And then Odegaard just hesitated, tried to pass it to Ethan, and Ethan gave away a free kick. So it's like, bro, like we're doing the good work, getting him behind, and then you're hesitating still. It's just poor, man. It's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. Big ol' ST, how many backcourt keepers, left backs are we going to sign this summer? For sure, man. For sure. Like, how many are we going to sign? It's focus on the attack. And focus on the attack, man. 40 mil for Calafiori where we need another attacker is horrendous, horrible business. I got to question that signing, man. I do, man. Not to say he's a bad player or anything, but it's more to do so. What we needed more. What did we need more, man? We needed an attacker more than a left back. I know, obviously, no one knew how Skelly was going to be, and obviously, in hindsight, it's easy to say that. But we still had Zinchenko. We still had Kivior who could play there. We still had players that could play there. On the wing, we literally have Martinelli and we literally had Saka and Reece Nelson, who was obviously going out on loan, and no one. Then we got Sterling. Use that 40 mil. Like you should have done it the other way. You should have loaned a left back. If you're obviously worried about Zinchenko's injury record and obviously his quality, loaned a left back and then bought a winger. Do you know what I'm saying? And then now, if we would have loaned the left back, we would have had Skelly come through, then the left back can go back. Now, because we loaned Sterling and he's not good enough, we're gonna have to try and buy someone to play on that right or move Ethan there and actually play him. But yeah, poor man, poor. I wish we did normal things. We always gotta make it hard for ourselves. Pause. Yeah, big pause with that, man. But yeah, I hear it, bro. I hear it, man. It's just very deflating, man. Because again, this season's been awful. Really, we lost to a 10-man Man United side in the FA Cup. Got dumped out of that. We got battered and humiliated in the League Cup semi-final. Didn't score a goal. In the league, we're 15 could be 18 points behind Liverpool. And we got to play them, so it could be like 21, 22, 23 points behind them. Like, it's just embarrassing, man. Yeah, we've had a few injuries, but the performances have just not been good enough. Do you know what I mean? We've drawn a load of games. We've dropped so many points when we've been leading. It's been so poor, so poor. And again, and this is the issue that obviously Mikel Arteta set for himself. You had high, or you set yourself a standard in terms of saying second's not enough, blah blah blah. You can't now drop to third, fourth, fifth because you've already set a precedent of this is what you can achieve. As soon as you start going backwards. And maybe this is his actual level. Maybe this level is his actual level, isn't it? Maybe we just had two very good runs where we had teams that were fully fit for the majority of the time. That again, we're not going to have that again. And when he's actually dealing with injuries and the normal kind of injuries you're going to get, especially playing with extra games in the Champions League and League, this is this is what he's going to produce. Do you know what I'm saying? Because again, who's to say that we're not going to get these level injuries next year? And then what's the excuse going to be now? Oh, we've got injuries again. Like you've got to. Everyone has injuries, bro. Like players and teams win titles and championships with some of their players, key players, out injured. People forget that Man City had Kevin De Bruyne injured for half of the season last year. People forget that Haaland missed nearly 3 months of the season last year. He missed nearly 3 months of the season. But they still won the league. This is what I'm saying. Whether they've got better squad planning, whatever, better management, whatever you want to say, they still managed to find a way. So we're not the first team in the history of teams to miss our key players, bro. But it's about being able to maintain a standard with your fringe players, bench players, being able to rotate the team and work better with it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. There needs to be an internal review regardless of what happens midweek because the league performances have been awful. And to potentially end up trophyless again is nothing short of a disgrace. 100%, bro. Big up Colin for saying how it is, man. It is, man. Bro. Forget of the injuries. It's awful not to pick up even a FA Cup or League Cup, man. When again, like I said before, we had the easiest League Cup run up until Newcastle. That was the hardest team we had faced up until that point, and we got absolutely annihilated. We lost to Man United, who were terrible at home with 10 men for the majority. We lost on penalties. Not good enough, man. Like it's not good enough for sure. Man said, yeah, sorry about that. Says, amen. Bro, big up. Mayhem, bro. It's obviously you've won the league, rightfully so. But for me, it's all about Arsenal and how we've not done our job in terms of in the transfer market. The manager's not done his job in terms of how he's managed to rotate the system. The only thing he's got right in terms of, I say got right, the only thing he's been able to adapt to is us not having a striker and putting Marino up there, and it's actually worked out. Any other position, and to be fair, to an extent, not having Saka, because I thought Ethan did a very good job when he was on the right. But the Odegaard situation, whether it is Odegaard playing awfully or him being missing, he's not solved that at all. At all, man. At all. And again, how we've been playing overall, being so reliant on set pieces, that has to go next year. I don't want to see a score from that many corners. I can't lie. We have to change that, man. There can't be that much emphasis on set pieces because when you're relying on that, when you don't have it anymore or people work it out, because teams and managers, they're smart, they'll work it out eventually. When that normally happens, you're going to have to look yourself in the mirror and think, wow, we can't score from these set pieces or corners as regularly as we used to. What do we do now? We've not had an answer for it. We barely scrape one goal every Premier League game. Do you know what I mean? And if we score more than one, we scored one from a set piece. Look at the Crystal Palace game. We scored one from a set piece. The Fulham game, we scored a deflected goal and a very good goal. The Ipswich game, they're just poor. They're just not very good. So, yeah, we won 4-0. But, yeah, bar that, we've been awful, bro. We've been awful. And, yeah, There's nothing really much I can say, man, to be honest with you. I hate when Arteta complains that we have no backups when it was his choice to have the small squad. We only went in with a 22-man squad, even though we could have gone with 25 man. Yeah, for sure, bro. He was the one that got rid of Fabio Vieira, put him on loan. It was him, man, that got rid of him. Do you know what I'm saying? We could do with him now, just as a body, just for someone to bring on, just for someone to start a game, just for someone to replace Odegaard for a game. Do you know what I'm saying? Give Odegaard a time to think about his performances. I think, you know what, I could be replaced here, whether I'm the captain or not. That was a pivot opportunity to obviously rest him, or not even rest him, drop him for Ethan to give him some minutes. How can you play your strongest team and we still lost the game? We should have just, we were better off just playing the squad players, bro. Giving Tierney at least our main players without a rest. Do you know what I mean? We might not have lost. Do you know what I'm saying? You should have played Tierney. You should have played Zinchenko. At least we would have seen something a bit different. And do you know what I mean? Instead, we kind of just seen the same old. First half was all right. Second half, everyone, it felt like they got fatigued, tired. He should have made some subs earlier, but he always rests on his laurels. The manager, man, always rests on his laurels, man. He's so he's not proactive. He's reactive. He just reacts to things. He's not on the ball thinking, okay, the swing of this game and these substitutions, it might swing in their way here, so I'm gonna have to try and match it so I can match the energy. Obviously, Rice is getting tired. Saka just come out from injury. He's probably getting tired. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of midweek games and obviously weekend games against a fit Bournemouth team that obviously pressed really, really well. And they made substitutions for attacking substitutions as well. Bro, it played dividends, man. And it ended up being 2 set pieces that they ended up beating us. The first time they've ever won at the Emirates, and the first time they've ever beaten Arsenal away from home in their history, man. So that's another record broken, isn't it? So yeah, poor all around. And obviously our next 2 games are PSG away and Liverpool away. So yeah, that should be fun. That should be very, very fun, man. Can't wait for that. But yeah, this season just needs to just needs to end now, man. This needs to end. And it really hurts my optimism for next season because again, I'm looking at it thinking, are we going to do anything? Even if we get these strikers, are we? Really? Do you know what I mean? Like, are we? You know what I mean? It's just going to be the same old. So yeah, man. Very, very annoying. You know who you need? A striker? 80 mil for Nunes? Nope. No, thank you, man. No, thank you. We've already got Havertz. Thank you. So yeah, we just need a proper striker that can score goals. If I'm being honest, man, just bring me that. Just bring me that, man. Tops, Colin, and Lee Gunnar was right. Listen, bro. Listen, man. For me, I'm just a guy that looks at things factually, in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, you've got to prove that you can do something before I say you can do it. I'm not just going to blindly expect someone to do something, especially when they've not got a history of doing it in their entire life, because this is his first ever job. There's no blueprint. At least Luis Enrique has won the Champions League before. At least Hansi Flick has won the Champions League before. At least Inzaghi's got to a Champions League final before and won the league before. They've all got a history of winning big trophies and getting to major finals. This manager hasn't. Do you know what I'm saying? He hasn't, bro. Like, we've come close in the league, but we didn't win it. We've not got to a Champions League final before. We've got to one FA Cup final and won it. That's the only final he's ever been to. We've lost 6 semi-finals in a row. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But, yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But, I don't know what to say, man. It's just been another terrible, terrible, terrible game. And, yeah, I'm not really looking forward to the Wednesday game, man. I can't even lie. But yeah, man, big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe. But yeah, man, awful game. And yeah, we've lost the game. We've lost the game, rightfully so as well. Rightfully so, man. Oh dear, poor. But yeah, there's nothing really much I can say, really. I mean, are we going to even get into the Champions League? Do you know what I'm saying? Are we even going to get into the Champions League? That's the mad question as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. No. The only reason why we will is literally not because of what we do, because the teams around us won't probably win all of their games. That's the only reason why. Otherwise, it'll be a long day. It'll be a very, very long day. Unacceptable is right. Unacceptable is right, man. I know a lot of people are not going to be happy with how we performed. But yeah. Awful, man. Awful, awful, awful. Awful, 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 man. Man said, funny guy to watch on them reaction videos. Big yourself up, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Upside, man. Big yourself up, my guy. Feels like a post-mortem to the season, bro. I hope we can turn it around on Wednesday, but I can't say I'm confident. Nah, man. I can't say I'm confident, bro. Like I said, we had a chance, so we have a chance, and obviously we still do. But I personally, I think we're out, man. If I, bro, and this is why I'm saying when people are saying, "Oh, Partey's back," bro. Partey played today, and we still lost the game, bro. Like Partey's not Messi. Like we've had Partey for the majority of the season, and we've still lost games and dropped points and drew games. Like just because he's going to be back in a particular game doesn't mean all of a sudden we're going to be this transformed team. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's something you definitely got to have a look at, man. And be realistic. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, City already 3 points behind us, man. City are only 3 points behind us, bro. Oh man. Only 3 points behind us. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, it was through imposter stupidity that he wasn't playing there. Facts, bro, is the fact that he was, yeah, it was the fact that obviously he did this on his own, bro. He did this on his own, man. I can't even lie. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Oh yeah, by the way, Tots, pick up ST, man. Yeah, bro. Like you said, bro, it's his own fault. Colin was so happy that Sheffield United qualified for the playoffs. Oh, was he, bro? You should have seen him, bro. I do not want these guys in the Prem. I can't even lie, man. Them and Burnley, nah, not for me, bro. Give me anyone else. Bristol City, Sunderland, Coventry. I'll take any of them. Any of them, buzzing, bro. Absolutely buzzing. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolutely buzzing. But yeah. I do not want these guys. No way. No way. Oh, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah, we'll see obviously how they get on. To be fair, they've got obviously Bristol City, Sunderland versus Coventry as well. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, Bristol City do the business. And I can watch the playoff final in peace without worrying about who's going to qualify, man. But yeah, awful, really, man. Awful. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. That's a light ST joker. Nah, I thought so, man. I'm about to say. But yeah, man. But yeah, big up everyone tuning in, man. I'm going to jet off tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for potentially another hate watch. I'm going to have to try and cheer on Liverpool. Oh, man. For them to win against Chelsea. Oh, bro. So they don't catch us. I can't believe I'm even saying that. But yeah. And then, yeah, Man United against Brentford I'll do as well at 2. So, yeah, I'll be back for them. But, yeah, big up everyone tuning in. Make sure you guys like the stream, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm out, people. Don't hate to play at the game. And I am out. Peace and love.